A very good evening. It's a fresh start of a month and of a week, and in TNM News in a nutshell, we begin with news of protest in Karnataka. To begin, it has already begun on social media. This was after during yesterday's Karnataka Rajyotsava functions across government offices and district headquarters across the state. In most of the places except in Bengaluru and Mysuru, the Karnataka flag, the unofficial red and yellow flag, was not hoisted by the district in charge ministers as well as the district administration. Now, taking strong objection to this, Kannada activists have started an online campaign, already started at 5 p.m. on Twitter, saying Namma Dwaja Namma Hemme, which means our flag is our pride. And tomorrow, activists of Karnataka Rakshana Vedike are all set to protest in all 30 districts across Karnataka, and also they will attempt to lay siege to the district headquarters, demanding that there has to be an apology issued, and also questioning why only the national tricolour, the national flag, was hoisted and why the state flag was not hoisted. For those who are not familiar with what this controversy is all about, since inception of Karnataka Rajyotsava, the state formation day, has been celebrated on November 1st, and for at least 3 to 4 decades, although the yellow and red flag has not obtained any official status, it has been used in all government functions, and every single year as government marks the formation day, the national flag as well as the state flag is hoisted, something that is being changed since last year. This year, even as Chief Minister Yediyurappa allowed for the state flag to be hoisted in Bengaluru and also in Mysuru, other districts did not see this tradition being followed, something that pro-Kannada organizations have taken strong objection to. Here at the News Minute, we will track these protests very, very closely and see if the state government will in fact react. Sticking to Karnataka, our next story is about RSS leader Kalladka Prabhakar Bhatt, who's once again stirred controversy. He's known to making several problematic statements in the past as well. And yesterday, in a video that has emerged of him, of his speech, in fact, from Mangaluru, where he's compared Ullala in Mangaluru to Pakistan. Now, he was speaking in an event in Kinya village in Dakshina Kannada on Sunday, where he said, and I quote, "Hindus have reduced in and around Kinya. I don't even have to speak about Ullala. So then, who will protect our temples and who will protect our traditions? Why was there a Pakistan? Our numbers reduced and their numbers increased, and that is why we got Pakistan in Bangladesh. If you go to Ullalpete, isn't it like Pakistan?" Once again, this RSS leader, somebody who's known to be a very strong man in the coastal part of Karnataka, has stirred controversy. His remark is already being slammed by opposition parties here in Karnataka. Whether he'll issue a clarification, will there be any action taken against him, is something that we will follow closely here at the News Minute. You can visit our website, thenewsminute.com, for more details on this story as well. We have some good news coming in from Hyderabad. Survey has already begun for Mumbai-Hyderabad bullet train that will cut down travel time by 9.5 hours. As of now, the 711-kilometer distance between Hyderabad and Mumbai is taking a long time. But if the bullet train does come in place, then it will be covered at an averaging speed of 320 kilometers per hour. Currently, the existing trains operate at speeds averaging between 80 to 120 kilometers per hour. And the travel time that will be taken in these bullet trains will be just around 3.5 hours to complete this distance. Of course, this survey has begun. It is still a long road before it can be materialized, but it is something to look forward to for those who do commute between Hyderabad and Mumbai frequently. Our last story is from Kerala, although it is panning out in Karnataka. It is regarding Binesh Kodiyeri, I beg your pardon, ED custody, which has now been extended for 5 more days. Binesh Kodiyeri, who is of course the son of CPI senior leader Kodiyeri Balakrishnan, was arrested by the ED in a money laundering case linked to a drug seizure in Karnataka. and on Sunday he was taken to a hospital for checkup after he complained of back pain and also some chest related ailments. And ED, when his custody was up, told the court that they could not finish their questioning because he complained of several ailments, because of which he was even taken to the hospital on Sunday. So they have sought for more time, and that was granted by the court here in Bengaluru. So 5 more days of ED custody already given. And for those who are not familiar with the case, Binish was arrested under the anti-money laundering law on October 29. After he visited the ED's zonal office here in Bengaluru for the second time for questioning. Now his questioning is on, and we understand that the NCB too could, seek his custody and continue with his questioning. We will continue tracking all these stories very, very closely here at the News Minute. Do visit our website, thenewsminute.com, for all the important stories from the South. And do join us tomorrow once again at 6:30 p.m. on News in a Nutshell, where one of us will bring you all the important stories, a roundup of all that's happening in the South. For now, this is Pooja Prasanna signing off for the News Minute.